I'm Logan Mosser, and I am an artist. Many people think that it takes years of training to become an artist, and that creativity is either something that you have or you don't. That couldn't be further from the truth. Today, you're going to discover that creativity is something we all have inside of us, and that you can become an artist sooner than you think. How do you become an artist without spending an arm and a leg in art school? I believe that collaborative art is the fastest way to find your creativity. Collaborative art being the art you create with friends. What's that? You don't know what collaborative art is? Well, that's okay. Let's go figure it out. Let's go see what my friends think collaborative art is.
Okay. I think it means getting together and like the teamwork of it all. Like you meet a lot of new people, you're able to like make different connections.
It helps people who don't consider themselves like creative or artists to like get out of their comfort zone a little bit.
It kind of takes people's like own perspectives and interpretations and just smushes them together and makes something new.
The product of whatever comes out of multiple people just hanging out.
You heard it from them. Collaborative art is any art that you create with friends. But how can collaborative art help us learn creativity and become artists? It's all about the process we use to make collaborative art. Step 1, idea. Step 2, plan. Step 3, share. Step 4, create. And step 5, reflect. Artists use all 5 of these steps to create their artwork. And you, by using this process, can unlock your creativity. Let's dive in. All great art starts with a great idea. But how do you have the right great idea? Sometimes your mind is overflowing with ideas. It can seem impossible to choose just one. Other times, you can't think of a single idea, no matter how hard you try. Whether your ideas are too many or too few, there is an easy fix. You need a prompt.
Way back up in the woods among the evergreens.
Not a prom, a prompt. A prompt is an idea, question, or challenge that helps you focus your brain. For example, if I wanted to paint a landscape painting, then I could use the prompt, what's outside my window? Now, instead of having to choose one landscape from the whole entire world, I can choose just one landscape that I can see through a nearby window. Alan Capro, a pioneer in collaborative art, had some pretty cool ideas on how to find inspiration.
If you get stuck for ideas, and the greatest source book of our time, the yellow pages of the telephone directory. Break open the book at random, put your finger down on some point on the page, and you'll come up with private detective service, rug cleaning at home, cement blocks, airport limousine transport, judo lessons.
These random groupings of words aren't meant to be your whole concept. They're just meant to give you a starting point. Private detective service? Maybe you put together a fake crime scene for your friends to solve. Judo lessons? Perhaps you create your very own martial arts form. Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Then you teach it to all of your friends. Hoo! Hoo! Hi-ya! Hoo! Wouldn't you know it? I left my telephone directory at home. That's okay. Another great way to get ideas is to talk to your friends. Let's see what mine can come up with.
We should paint Logan. Or like bring your own supplies and make Logan out of whatever you like.
Yeah.
I did good.
Okay, maybe like a plaything. Okay. Original. Thank you.
Wow! Those are some awesome ideas. So wild that they might just work. Once you've chosen your prompt, it's time to plan your collaborative art piece. Lucky for us, step 2 is to plan. Let's get to it. Planning is where you turn your prompt into a full-fledged collaborative art project. And to do that, we can use 4 easy-to-remember W's. Who? What? When? And where? Who do you want to collaborate with? Classmates? Co-workers? Friends? Family? Are your friends wild, crazy, bouncing off the walls? Well, then you should have some physical activity if you're collaborating with those rascals. Perhaps your family enjoys their relaxation time. Best to do collaborative art with them sitting around the dinner table. To create a successful collaborative art piece, you need to know what materials you need. Are you painting? You may need more supplies than you think. Of course, we'll need paint, but we'll also need brushes? Maybe not these brushes. And what happens if our brushes get dirty? Well, you'll need a bucket to hold water and clean them. What if paint gets on the floor and on the walls? You can bring a tarp to make sure those walls stay clean. As you can see, these supplies add up quickly. But what if you don't already have these supplies? Worry not. There is always a way to create art without buying expensive supplies. We just need to think outside of the box. If you don't want to buy paintbrushes, well, you can just finger paint. If there's no bucket to be found, create art at a public park with bathrooms and bathroom sinks where you can wash your hands. Instead of using a tarp, pick up some cheap tablecloths from the store. Some things to think about for the time and location of your collaborative art piece. Availability. When will your collaborators be able to attend your event? Permission. Do you need to talk to someone before you use a space? Weather. Will it be clear skies or stormy rain? Will it be sweltering heat or frigid cold? And would you look at that? You have got an awesome plan for your collaborative art event. There's just one thing missing. Your collaborators. Well, let's round them up. Just because you've completed your collaborative plan of action doesn't mean that collaborators will automatically flock to complete your project. You'll need to get them pumped and excited to create art with you. You can invite just a few friends, or you can invite everyone you know. Either way is A-okay. Collaborative art brings people together in all amounts, whether that's 2 people or 20,000. When talking about your collaborative art event, talk about how fun and how exciting it will be. Your excitement is going to spark your friends' interest. You want to be like a whirring generator of collaborative art excitement. Let's talk to my friends about why they choose to attend collaborative art events. That way, you'll know what to talk about when you're sharing your vision of collaboration with your future collaborators.
It's like
Your
a social-
personality.
Oh,
no! You go first. No, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's like a social gathering, you know. It's something to bring people together. I feel like that's a fun time, you know.
I like that we get to like create something together with a big group of people. I think bringing different groups of people together is really fun.
It's definitely the energy. You do everything that you can, even with like the flyers, to make it as welcoming as a space as possible. And I think that just makes people feel safe and want to go.
Yeah, I think the idea that like you make it into an event, as in like something that people genuinely want to go to, makes it really worthwhile. Especially when you get to look back and see the finished product. That's really satisfying.
Now that you've heard what draws people into collaborative art, you can include those draws in your project. So, you finally got everything in place. Now, it's time to create your collaboration! Set up your supplies, explain your concept and any guidelines, and then let the fun begin. The best thing about collaborative art events is that there is no wrong way to do them. If someone starts using their hands to paint instead of the brushes that you brought, that's awesome. If your collaborators want to turn the canvas upside down, that's exciting. If a collaborator brings their own art supplies to share with you, that's fantastic. Your collaborative art piece will reflect the creativity and ingenuity of everyone involved. And so, don't worry if you change course from your original plan. Whatever you end up with at the end of your event is an awesome reminder of the fun you have. But remember, the real treasure is the experience itself. To give you a sense of what makes a collaboration so fun, let's ask my friends about their favorite collaborative art memories.
When they gave you a tramp stamp at the cave painting, I thought that was cute. And it said like pee pee poo poo on your back. Oh, that was joy.
I liked Rolling Stones. I liked cleaning the paint out of the carpet. That was funny to
Oh my
me.
god.
That was good.
Ripsticking on the canvas, that was really fun and dangerous.
Dangerous.
Collaborative art events truly are a great way to make good memories with your friends. But how do you know when it's finished? Sometimes I'll put time limits on my collaborations, but mostly I just wait until it feels like my friends and I have had all the fun we're going to have making art together. That said, make sure that your collaborators still have a little energy left. After your event, there's still one thing left to do. That's right, it's cleanup time!
Clean up, everybody, everywhere.
By the end of your collaborative art event, you'll have accomplished so much. Step 5 doesn't take long. It's where you sit down and reflect on the whole process from beginning to end. What went well? What could you do better next time? By analyzing the process, you learn from your successes and from your mistakes. And that's exactly what artists do after they finish a piece of work. If you made it this far, you have everything you need to create your first piece of collaborative artwork. Maybe you'll create that fake crime scene we talked about. Maybe you'll plan a collaborative painting, like the example that we used today. Maybe you've got your very own collaborative art idea that you are just itching to get working on right this very moment. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Go make that collaborative artwork happen. And I know that you will discover your creativity.